So all over the news, they've been having this group that wants to move into an all-white town that they're trying to build. And this group is called Return to the Land. And they've been making news because of this. Basically, they're trying to do a Orania. Now, you know, Orania is that town in South Africa where the white people, they kind of got together and have their own land over there, and they stay with each other. Now they want to do that here. So let's go ahead and go through this because I don't have a problem with it. Not at all. Let's check it out. So as you see here, a whites-only community plotting expansion to another state as efforts to build a white nation continue. Now, they say return to the land, an ethno-nationalist living community in remote Arkansas that welcomes only people with traditional views and European ancestry. So let's go ahead and continue that. Now, they say a far-right ethno-nationalist group is set up a whites-only community in a remote part of the Ozarks in northeastern Arkansas. They say it's reportedly exploring the possibility of expanding north in Missouri. They say the Return of the Land, which describes itself as a private membership association for individuals with traditional views and European ancestry, opened its first community in Arkansas in October 2023, is now considering a second state, likely near Springfield. They say the group is opposed to mass immigration, multiculturalism, and forced integration. They say reportedly it does not welcome non-white, non-Christian, or LGBT plus people, explaining that its members are seeking to separate ourselves from a failing modern society and return to pastoral living. Well, I'm going to continue this, but let's go ahead on and really tell the truth here. The society is failing because of you. Let's call it what it is. You fumbled the country. You fumbled the bag. You had a country that was built by my ancestors. You were trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars in wealth. You were in no debt. You screwed up the wealth of this country to the point now that you are trillions of dollars in debt. You had trillions of dollars of surplus, but now you're in trillions of dollars of debt. You prioritize war over building your nation. And you look at a nation like China that prioritize their nation and their people. That's why they have innovated. That's why the country's looking the way it's looking now and all of that. Because while you spending money on war, they're spending money on their country. The country's failing because you don't know how to get along with people. You want to separate yourself. Well, here's the thing. Why you brought all these people over here? And notice something. Europe is never an option. You notice that? Europe is not an option for them? I mean, if you're really an ethno-nationalist, you would go to Europe because you want to be in your homeland, your motherland, right? Europe is the motherland. I don't understand why you don't want to go build there. And notice they don't want to go to Europe. And I don't know what it is about that with them. Like, how can you be so ethno-nationalist with being European and don't want to be in Europe? That don't make sense. Now, some would say, well, because some of you white supremacists, well, this is our land. No, it's not. It's not. This land belongs to many people. It's not your land. Sorry. It wasn't your land when you showed up. If you really want to get down to it and talk about being in the land, you have to go to Europe and rebuild Europe. Why would you be trying to do it here in some corner of the neck of the woods here when you could easily go to Europe, help the Europeans get back to where they was at, because that's where the base is at, right? I'm just saying. So the failed state is because you failed. You failed. And you run into an enclave, that's not going to fix it because you failed. You're going to mess that up too. Eventually, you're going to mess that up. But let's continue. Internet say you want a white nation, build a white town. They said the co-founder, Eric Allwood, asked in the X video promoting the initiative. Say it can't be done. We're doing it. They say RTTL's flagship community spans approximately 150 acres of land. It is home to 40 inhabitants, only 40, and features on cabins, roads, wells, and a community center and a schoolhouse. It was followed, by a second site nearby that opened in January this year with the group listing a further Ozark site as an upcoming aspirations to move into the Appalachian Mountains on its website. Speaking with Sky News, who visited the first fortress for the white race and found, a world of fresh goat's milk, flute recitals, family kickball games, and creek swimming. Oregon Express has said nostalgia for the America of the 17th century it's encountered by the Virginia settlers. I would probably feel more comfortable there because I'm white, and that's the way the country was. When my ancestors came there, he said, overlooking the Native Americans soon to be displaced by the colonists. Even if an individual has all the same values that I have, he said, if they have an ethnic identity that other people share and care about, their children will also have the identity. It's saying their children might not necessarily have all the same beliefs they have. Okay, but here's the thing. Once again, you say you feel more comfortable. It's a fortress for the white race. Okay, fine. You want to have that. But this is the thing. Notice this group of people, y'all. I want y'all to notice something. This group of people always want to live in the past. They feel like when you hear them, when they say make America great again, meaning I'm craving the past. Notice us as black people, we're not living in the past. We're looking toward the future. See, a progressive people, a people that got something to live for and go toward, they look to the future. They say, hey, I'm going to be greater later. I'm working toward that better future. What they're saying is, I want to return to the past. That means they're telling you our glory days has passed. This is why I want to live in the 17th century. This is why I want to go back to the 1950s, because when I look at the future, I don't see nothing great. The future is dark for me. The future is over for me. So I'm trying to recreate the past, but you cannot live in the past. Much as you want to live in the past, you cannot live in the past. And if anybody try to force you to live in the past or hold something over you because of the past, you tell them, I don't live there. I live in 2025, and I'm not going to be held back toward anything toward the past. I can't go back to 2024 and do anything. I can't go back to 2023. Only thing I can do is live today in 2025 and look forward to the future. And these people have failed because they keep want to go back. They keep want to go back to the past. And all that you building, 100 some more acres of land. And you mean to tell me that only 40 white people showed up? That lets you know even the consensus of white people don't agree with you. They don't agree. They look at you as like crazy, right? That's how they look at you, because if they really thought that was a great idea to go live in the woods with you, then you wouldn't know what to do with yourself, because you have so many people applying to get in there and live with you, right? That says a lot when the majority of your community only want to live with you. Now let's go ahead on and get back to this real quick. So he says that on the ambitions for RTTL's expansion, he said that I would like to have more communities so that people in all parts of the U.S. have this as an option if they want. Also, it said like us to network and branch out internationally. He said part of the branching out includes online fundraising campaigns where they're seeking money, so and all of that, fine. But now, they talking about, they going on the internet discussing this, talking about it says surrounding the project as a First Amendment issue, a freedom issue, and all of that. Some people want to fight them about this. And I want to get down here with the NAACP real quick, okay? Barry Jefferson, president of the Arkansas chapter of the National Association of NAACP, said, I truly believe that we don't need to go back in the Jim Crow era. He said, we've been through that before. I think no one should be discriminated against because of their skin color, okay? That's what he said. He said, if you really look deep into the Civil Rights Act, it doesn't state that. I think they're misunderstanding what it states, because there have been many organizations that tried to carve that out. They say that's not right. And now they say the ADL, they say have been even more blunt and saying that they're trying to revive a discredited and reprehensible forms of segregation. Now, let me say something about this. If they was to ask me, Phil, what do you think about them over there? I would say that they need to stay over there, take all the people that agree with them, and they need to go live over there, and just stay out of our way. Listen, I don't know what black person is begging NAACP. What black person is begging to go live in the woods with them? Seriously, We're not looking to go live in the woods with them. I don't know no black person like look, some of that stuff that some of these organizations do, like NAACP. Who cares what they're doing? That's their business. I'm happy for them. Shoot, as black people, we need to go do the same thing. We need to go get us 160 acres of land and go build us a town. Why not? You know what I'm saying? Not to say that we're doing it to be hateful toward nobody. No, we just need to have something, go do what our ancestors did. Go recreate what our ancestors, towns. Recreate the Black Wall Streets and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Why can't we do it? We'll do it because we're just trying to build a place for us and our kids. We're not doing it out of gas of hate. But if them people don't want me in their town where they at, and I know that's where they at, I don't want to be there. You know how big America is? I don't want to, because listen, every single place, even those sundown towns, none of those places are anywhere black people want to be. They're all broke, dusty. They got nothing going on. I don't want to be with there. So let them have it. That's my thing. Most black people live in the major cities in America. Most of us do. Some of us live in the rural areas, but the majority of us live in the major cities. As long as they're not bringing that mess to the major cities, you know, hey, if they want to go in the mountains, they want to go into places where the hills have eyes, go over there. Go make all the children that's going to look like the hills have eyes over there. I am so cool with it. I really am. I am not against this guy. Go over there because I want people like him in the woods because that's where he belongs. His mindset. Go to the woods with that. Stay over there. Everybody else who actually is decent human beings that can live in society together with everybody, that's the people I want around everybody. He's actually doing us a favor by going live in the woods and his people living in the woods. Like y'all, Urban League, NAACP, I don't care. Most of us don't care what those people go do. We cool with it. That's why I say the NAACP does not represent black people. The Urban League does not represent black people. The National Action Network don't represent black people. Because most black people today, like this group of black people, they are happy they going somewhere else. Stay out of our way. Like we begging to go to this man's place. He out in the middle of the woods somewhere. Talking about living in some cabins. You're not trying to live in no cabins. Black folks trying to get them a high-rise condo somewhere. Black folks trying to get them a nice house. Black folks want to drive good. Black folks trying to go vacation and the women trying to get them some mimosas somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the last thing we thinking about as black people. To go in we in the woods and at least we not around them black people. Okay, cool. Thank you. I'm happy you're over there. That's not impressive to me. If you want to live like that, that's on you, buddy. I don't. I want to be around all the modern technology and amenities and everything else. So please go over there. That's a good thing you're doing. But these people, they funny. They funny to me, but every day you realizing they failed. They failed. They keep saying, Trump, how many times have you said we are a declining nation? Your group of people is declining, not mine. My people got wonderful things ahead. We got so much going for us in the future. We're not in decline. You are. And you're trying to prevent the decline, but it's not going to happen because it's fate. You can't outrun fate. Your chapter is coming to an end. You can go run in the woods all you want. It's not going to prevent it. But, nah, we cool. We are cool. Please go stay in your towns. Trust me, I'm one black man that will support it. I will support you going over there, and please stay over there. Don't come back around the rest of us.